Right now, it seems that the renewable energy program in South Africa has hit a financial snag. Independent power producers are concerned about the increase in costs around input, such as steel, freight and copper. It seems with the increase in cost, a lot of the IPP projects are not financially possible. To speak to us more about this, let's chat to Dirk de Vos, who is a specialist in renewable energy and director for QED Solutions. He joins us now virtually to tell us more. Mr. de Vos, thank you very much for your time here on All Angles. Now, this doesn't really come as a surprise to me because I had the former CEO of Eskom come to speak to us one time, and he said IPPs are not the only solution, but even when they were not spoken about so much about 10 or even 20 years ago, they didn't want to come in the South African market because we were too cheap then. So what's making us too expensive now?
Well, I mean, I don't know whether I agree with that. The IPPs have effectively bid in terms of a process, and they bid and been allocated a tariff. And that happened some time ago, and now we've had these, huge price increases. And consequently, the tariff that have been bid in is not possible to support because of the increase in the cost of the raw materials required.
And does this also have anything to do with government red tape that they could probably just ease on?
Look, one of the big things that we've got to remember is that the current projects that are in trouble, the ones that you speak about, are essentially a new startup of a process that was suspended for a period of about 5 years. So around 2015, when the renewable project or the renewable program, energy program was in full swing, and we were getting regular bid windows, they were suspended. And one of the things that you have as a result is you lose your momentum. So, for instance, things that would have been possible to procure locally, lots of different equipment and so on, essentially is not available because there's been no throughput. So that's so the red tape is essentially less of a problem, but more that if we're going to be doing this renewable energy procurement, then we have to do it on a regular basis. So we can build an industry around it, localization as well.
So, Mr. de Vos, what does this mean then? Because I think a lot of South Africans were feeling a bit more positive about Eskom when it announced that at least 18 IPPs have been identified and we're in the process, or they're in the process of having them sign their contracts, etc. But now that we have so many things going up, prices being more expensive, what does it mean now in terms of when we can actually get IPPs to join Eskom and give us alternative solutions?
Look, these are the IPPs that have been selected. There are a number of other projects that could easily be bid in and are available to be brought forward in another bidding process. And as I said, when the process was ongoing, like it was before 2015, you could adjust the rules to deal with the circumstances of the time. So, I do think that these ones are in trouble. I think they are certain the current problems are fixable, because even if you did adjust the tariff, and I'm not saying that that's the way to proceed, but even if you did, this is very, very good value as far as the tariffs that we're getting. And more than that, I think that there are some good projects that didn't make it through that would be able to do quite well in the future, in future bidding rounds.
All right. Thank you very much for your time here on All Angles. That was Renewable Energy Specialist and Director at QED Solutions, Dirk de Vos. Let's take you to a short ad.